Today we are going into the one-day comic book expo. It's our first time here. We drove an hour and a half into Jersey.
It's Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
Brian is looking for...
If we throw a rock, we would hit Philadelphia.
What are you looking for?
I don't know.
Dollar
Let's
bins
see what's here.
and keys, baby. Yeah, we'll
I
see
see.
inside.
We knew a guy who brought books for a nickel one time.
Recently, we attended a convention that we didn't really like. Everything that we felt was wrong with this convention is what was right about the one-day comic book expo in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. But before we get into that, make sure you stay till the end of the video. We will be announcing the winner of our last Gimme Dem Comics giveaway, and we will be telling you how you can enter our new Gimme Dem Comics giveaway.
So if you're looking to get some free comics, stick around till the end.
And there's some good ones.
You know, enjoy our content as well.
I hope so. So what made the one-day comic expo a happy comic convention? First, it had a lot, and we mean a lot, of comics.
That was all it had. There were no toys. There were no
honestly, it only had comics
in any way. It was just comics.
Yeah. And they were priced accurately. No overpriced books.
No.
Fair market value across the board.
It's the kind of pricing that you would expect to see at a convention.
Absolutely.
Right.
Also, there were $1 and $2 bins.
Yes, and discounted graphic novels and trade paperbacks, which is always a happy thing for me.
That's what you look for. I look for the $1 bins. And they had some good books in the $1 bins, too. We picked up some keys from the $1 bins. Plus, the big one, the admission was only $5.
$5 to get in.
And why is that important?
In my opinion, comics is a democratic medium. It's an affordable form of entertainment compared to others. Yes, I know the prices are higher than they used to be. The price of everything are higher than they used to be. But comics is still one of your best entertainment values. You don't want to fleece fans on their way into a convention by charging them $10 or $15 to get in because they want to spend the money inside.
And this was a small convention.
Right. And that's exactly what this was good for. Nice $5 admission fee. No problems.
No problem.
And not only that, but with your $5 admission fee, if you were there early, you got a free comic book.
It was a free comic book.
issue.
The first 100 people got a free comic book issue.
Yeah.
We happened to be two of the first ones.
We'll
show you what we got as we get into what we hold. But one of the things that we experienced at this convention is something we've never experienced before. And it's been a long time since we've seen what we saw here.
Oh, yeah.
The convention floor was filled with comic collectors, as it always is. That's what we expect when we go to a comic book convention. There's comic collectors. And when I talk about comic collectors, I really am referring to our age group or a little bit younger men who go to comic conventions. That's what normally is at a comic
That's the typical crowd.
That's what's there. That's what's at a comic shop. Right. That's who the median is really for.
Right.
But at this one, there were a lot of families, which we also see sometimes at conventions.
Sure.
But there were a lot of teenagers.
Yeah. Way more than I expected.
And they were talking comics as they walked around with each other, and they were talking to each other. And to me, this is where a $5 admission is important, because it's going to bring younger people in. If it's $15, you're bringing your family, it's going to cost you $40, $50.
Right.
$5 costs you $20, and as teenagers, $5, and you go in and you can get a couple of dollar books, you get a couple of cheap books, or even just look at what's there. I think that's what makes a convention like this really important.
Not only that, but it also highlights what's important about the medium of comics. It's for crowds that enjoy less expensive entertainment
Yeah.
and less expensive forms of art. I mean, this is art.
It's art.
And it's really, like I've said before, the best value you can get for a work of art. You throw down a couple of dollars in a convention like this, and you get art that people have worked hard on and done excellent work on.
And to me, it's important to see what we saw there, teenagers and families, because you're not only bringing them into a convention, you're bringing them into the hobby.
Right.
So if these kids have a shared experience, and isn't that what comic book collecting is? Partially a shared experience between people who like what you like. So as a matter of fact, I spoke to a guy I was looking through some comic things, and I heard a guy talking to one of the vendors, and he hadn't been at a comic book show in like 10 years. So I turned to him, I was like, can I just ask you, what made you come here? And he was like, well, I just moved to New Jersey, and this was only $5, and I really enjoyed it in the past. I figured I'd give it a shot. To me, that's what's the importance of a small convention like this, bringing people in from the community or from the surrounding communities that have a like for the same thing.
Yep.
And it's not only buying the comics, it's talking to the vendors, it's talking to the other people, it's having a good time, and you only spend $5.
Right. Yeah, so even if you go in and don't really find anything, no big loss.
No, you spent $5 and you had a good time. You looked around, you saw some, cool comic books. Maybe you took a picture or two. I give my hats off to New Jersey Comic Shop. They're the ones who ran it.
Yeah, great job.
Check them out online. They do a lot of online sales. They purchase collections too. And if they have another convention, we're certainly going to be there because it was worth a drive. We took about an hour to get there. Cherry Hill is not near us.
Yeah.
But 100% worth it for us. I have one complaint. They need a bigger venue.
Oh yeah, a bigger room would have been better because it was really crowded.
It was crowded,
which is a good thing.
I think it's going to grow.
But it was hard to look at points because people were really hunting down some great stuff, and they had great stuff. There was some really great stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I loved looking through those Charlton boxes that one guy had.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
and then we talked to him for a while too.
Yeah, it was really, and we had all those great Dell.
Yeah.
Funny animal books like Mickey Mouse and
so we
Donald
just
Duck,
flipped
a lot of
through these
licensed stuff
bins,
from
and
Gold
it's
Dell.
not your normal. Listen, mostly Marvel and DC, absolutely at this convention.
Oh, of course,
but there
that's
were
typical.
boxes of indie, and there were boxes of older stuff. There were Golden Age stuff. There was Silver Age stuff, and it was just well done. I hope next year it gets bigger, and they have to go to a bigger venue, and it just each year it grows. Conventions like this are what, to me, is the lifeblood of collecting. You need something like this to get more and more people involved. And we go to these conventions. Yeah. We had a bad experience a couple of weeks ago. If you want, look at the video we did, and we'll explain to you why it was bad. This one was good all around. So what do we do when we love a convention? We flip through bins.
Yep.
We look at wall books. We hope one day we can buy more. And we buy comics.
Yes.
So let's look at the haul from the one-day comic expo. All right, so when we first got there, they had these bags. They were giving these bags to us. I honestly didn't really know what it was. I thought it was just a bag.
I forgot that they were giving away free comics.
Same here.
Which is incredible for what we got.
This is the place that sponsored it. So check them out online. Yeah. Definitely worth it. They ran a great convention. I'm assuming they run a great business. So inside, we were surprised to see.
Do yours first?
Yeah, I'll do mine.
Oh man, I didn't save the bag.
This was inside.
Dark Hawk
number one.
Number one.
This is a key. It's the first appearance of Dark Hawk. It actually rocketed up a couple of months ago. It's calmed down since then. But this is a book of some value. Way more than my $5 entrance fee.
Yeah.
Way more than that. So right away, I'm not even inside the convention floor. I look at this and I'm happy. And Brian got one too.
And I don't want to be competitive, but I think what I got is a bigger key than what you got.
Yeah, I believe so. I would agree with you.
Ready? This was, again, for free. With
for
my
free.
$5 admission to the convention. I got a Daredevil 181. Daredevil 181. Frank Miller, art and story. Klaus Janson doing colors. The team that would eventually bring us Dark Knight. This is back in 1982, though. This is the issue where Bullseye kills Elektra.
For free.
A huge key book. And by the way, just to talk 2 seconds about this run, if you like action comics, action-oriented comics, I mean.
Not action comics.
Right, and character-driven story, Frank Miller's run on Daredevil is definitely something you should check out. It's got great action, really awesome character
But you're
writing.
not going to get that for free.
But you're not getting this for free. By the way, I also noticed the diamond shape. What does it mean again?
That means it's a newsstand? No, that means it's not.
but it's got a diamond shape up here, and the others don't.
Maybe it is.
I don't know. It's a different box up here. I got to look into what it is, and I haven't had a chance to yet.
Brian will do a short on what that is.
Yes, we'll definitely check it out. So this is a hell of a book to get for $5. $5 to get into a convention.
Yeah.
So
definitely
again, check if you are anywhere near Cherry Hill, New Jersey when this comes up again. Just on the basis of this alone, go.
But go a little bit late so we can get there early and go through.
So you don't get our good
stuff. No, go there. It's definitely worth it. We highly recommend it. Check them out online.
So that's 2 recommendations. First, go to this convention. Yeah. Secondly, read Daredevil. That Frank Miller.
You could probably buy it in.
Awesome. Trades. Or you can read it online.
Frank Miller. Stop with the online. So let's get into our haul and what we bought. I guess you could go first.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. So,
because before we,
I'm going to start. Oh, yeah. Before you get into yours,
we're back to where we're supposed to be. Where I buy more books than Brian.
I'm going to start with my dollar book purchases. I just got a couple of dollar book monthlies, and then I bought some trade paperbacks, and we'll talk about what I got later. But the trade paperbacks later, anyway. So my dollar book pickups were all the original run of Wildcats from Image Comics, Jim Lee's contribution to the Image revolution. So I got Wildcats number 4. I got Wildcats number 5. I got Wildcats number 6. I got Wildcats number 7.
He went Wildcat crazy.
I got Wildcats number 10. I got Wildcats number 11. And I got Wildcats number 13. Usually would gravitate to, but for some reason I've had this weird nostalgic feeling for the early Image books. I've been looking at a lot of the old stuff, and sometimes you want to read the literature, you want to read the deep stuff, you want to read the serious stuff, but then sometimes you just want something.
You just want some good old Jim Lee.
Big muscles, lots of punching, something that's just
and the fact that it's $1 makes it easy.
And these are $1. This cost me, altogether, this cost me
$8.
2, 3, 4, 5 $5.
$5. Nah, you can't.
So you can't miss out, right? If anything, even though the stories, the Jim Lee art is just phenomenal. Phenomenal.
I haven't read those in a long time, so I don't really remember the stories.
So this has got me on a little kick for going back to the
But I know that
stuff.
Just Grifter becomes
a big deal.
Is a big DC character now.
Yeah,
he pops up in a lot of stuff.
And look at cover number 11. You're not going to get tired of looking at that anytime soon, right?
No, he's a pervert.
I'm proud of it. I don't care.
Go ahead.
Keep going. You want to just?
I'll go through mine then.
Okay.
Because it's
what's left are my trade paperbacks. Okay. The first one I'm going to bring up is called More Fund Comics. These trade paperbacks were originally sold to raise money for the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund, a free speech First Amendment organization that fights against censorship and unfair treatment in the comic book industry. This is an anthology by multiple creators featuring different stories. Because I bought it secondhand, the money's not going to go to the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund. But you know what?
It did at some point.
In all honesty, you get some nice work in here from different creators. There's different fun things in here that you could read. I like a sampler. I really do. I like a lot of different things all together. Plus, I love the cover of the Hulk. He's crushing the word censorship, which is just a great image. So that's that. That's More Fund Comics.
Fund.
Yep. Up next is, and a hardcover, by the way, Max Brooks' Hearts and Minds, a G.I. Joe graphic novel. If you're not familiar with Max Brooks, he's a novelist. He teaches military history at West Point.
Oh.
He's a big G.I. Joe fan. He writes comics. He writes novels. He wrote World War Z. He wrote a great book called De-Evolution, which is about Sasquatch. It's a horror novel about Sasquatch. He also happens to be the son of Mel Brooks and Anne Bancroft.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And he wrote, as a tribute to his childhood love of G.I. Joe, he wrote this graphic novel called Hearts and Minds.
He's our age, about?
Yeah, roundabout, yeah. He explores in each chapter an in-depth examination of a different G.I. Joe character. For instance, he starts with Major Blood, then he goes on to Spirit, he talks about Copperhead, different characters. So if you're a G.I. Joe fan, it's actually a cool little expose and exploration of different characters and aspects of the G.I. Joe mythology, so
and
to
this
speak.
only appeared in graphic novel form? It never...
Yeah, I think it was just a graphic novel. I don't think it was a series.
And you knew about this prior to...
I heard about it because I like Max Brooks, and I know I keep up with what he's written.
And what'd you pay for it?
That was $8, I think.
It's originally priced?
At the most.
25 originally?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a great buy.
Yeah, I think actually it was 8 each or 3 for 20.
Yeah, I think it was 3 for 20. It looks really good too. Art is really is wonderful. And
yeah,
if
it's
you
really
say
cool.
you really like the writer, how could you beat that?
Yeah, no, he's really good.
It's a great deal.
Who did the art?
It's different.
I feel like it's different artists.
Yeah, because it doesn't tell you who's who. So on the back. Oh, that's a different one.
Yeah, that's Cobra Wars. That's a different one. It's got to be at the front.
It wasn't there.
No?
I was
Really?
just looking at it. I didn't see. Oh, there it goes.
Okay.
Oh, Howard Chaykin.
Yeah, so Howard Chaykin with Antonio Fuso. It's good work.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's good.
I didn't realize it was Howard Chaykin. I should have noticed that.
Yeah, it's really good.
All right, next up. Jonathan Hickman is kind of a big deal right now. He's writing a lot of cool stuff for Marvel. He got his start in independence. This is his series collected Pax Romana. It's a really strange, complicated story. If you know Jonathan Hickman, you know he writes these sort of convoluted and sometimes difficult to decipher science fiction stories. This is about the Catholic Church invents time travel, goes back and prevents the Roman Empire from falling. And it's a future that the world is still kind of ruled by a combination of the Vatican and the Roman Empire at some point in the future with high technology. Very odd story. Very cool. Worth it. Bit of a mind bender.
You knew about it ahead of time? You read it already?
No, I heard of it again with
yet?
Jonathan. No, I haven't read it yet. But I read the first few pages and I can tell I'm in for like a very sort of deep, kind of complex
something different
story. Yeah. Jumping back a little bit, I grabbed Eerie anthology. These were the new Eerie that ran from who put this out? Dark Horse. Dark Horse put out these Eerie anthologies. Again, for less than $8, you can't really beat a good horror anthology for your entertainment. And it's got some good creators in here, some excellent stories. If you like those old kind of comic Tales from the Crypt type stories, it's good stuff. And again, less than $8. How can you go wrong?
You cannot go wrong on the present. A lot of good creators in here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nice buy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brian always buys.
I like trades.
Trades if it's easier for him to read and space.
Mm-hmm. Next up, again, this is the less than $8.
Mike Allred. I know that.
Mike Allred, the Superman Madman Hullabaloo. I like Mike Allred a lot, and I really like Madman. I used to have a bigger collection of his stuff, but lost it due to a bad storage unit experience. I want to rebuild my Madman stuff because Madman is a lot of fun. If you haven't read Madman
comic right now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I saw it on the shelf the other day when I was at Jim Hanley's.
Came out this week.
Yeah, I was at JHU, and I saw it on the shelf. This is fun stuff. I can't wait to see how Mike Allred takes on Superman and how he meets up with Madman, who's a really fun character inside a really fun universe. Cool. It's a combination of DC and Dark Horse here in cooperation. So maybe I'll do a full-length feature video on that if it's good.
Subscribe so you don't miss it.
Now we got two comics from creators that I have adored for most of my life. Actually, the first one up is good old Alan Moore. This is called Another Suburban Romance. And it's from Avatar Press. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Avatar. Avatar does some really unusual stuff. They put out, I guess, like what you would call like vanity projects from big creators. It seems like they don't really care much about what will sell.
I don't know that
they kind of rely on the names to sell.
Put Alan Moore in it, people are going to buy it.
Right. But Another Suburban Romance is kind of unusual because these aren't really comic book stories. What these are a couple of his poems and performance writing pieces illustrated as comic books. So it's kind of like, imagine if William S. Burroughs, if somebody took William S. Burroughs' weird prose poems and set them to comic book illustrations. That's kind of what it is. These are surreal.
Who's the artist?
Odd stories. The artist is Juan Jose Rip. I'm familiar with one of the things in here, which is called Old Gangsters Never Die. Alan Moore reads that at a drop of a hat. He loves it. And then there's something called Another Suburban Romance, and then the first part is called Judy Switched Off the TV. It's really strange, but fun.
You like strange stuff.
And I like strange stuff. And I like Alan Moore. I like what he does. I like his whole view on everything. And the other is an even better creator. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure people are going to be like, what? Neil Gaiman, Troll Bridge. This is a graphic novel written by Gaiman, illustrated by Colleen Doran. It's based on one of his short stories. I believe it was in his first short story collection, and the name escapes me now. But
That's the name of it? The name escapes me?
No, I can't remember the name. It's about a little boy who encounters a mythological troll underneath a bridge, and what happens to the boy because of this weird supernatural meeting. It looks like a kid's book, but the story is not for children. So that's...
sounds like fun.
Yeah, that's...
I've come across some mythological trolls in my life recently.
Especially under bridges.
Yeah, under bridges, other places that I frequent. So, as you see, Brian bought mostly trades.
Yeah.
If you've been spending any time with us, you know that I bought comics in the dollar bin mostly, but also I bought some war books too.
You did.
Let's get into it. Superman, the 10-cent edition.
Yep.
Did a video about this a couple of months back. This is one of the biggest selling books of all time in terms of volume. Superman 10-cent and Batman 10-cent both did very well. So I saw it for the first time actually in the dollar bin, and I said, you know what? Let's pick it up. I'll read it, see if it's good. It only was $1, so why not? I've started collecting a lot of the milestone stuff recently. This is Static number 9. I picked up number 1 about a year ago.
And they recently brought back the milestone stuff, right?
It's going on now, but it's been very spotty.
Now, these issues are what, from the 90s?
Yeah, the original run. Static number 10.
Character I know almost nothing about.
You never watched the show?
No.
No, show's good.
No.
I watched it when it was first on. Anytime I see it, I pick it up.
Great.
Justice League Europe number 1. This is probably my 4th or 5th copy, so this is going into the Gimme Dem Comics pile.
Nice.
This could be yours. Watch till the end, and we'll tell you how you can win it. So this is a part of the giveaway. I'm going to put that aside. Justice League Dark number 1. This is our first key. This is a variant cover. It's the first appearance of the Upside Down Man and the first appearance of this new team of Justice League Dark.
I love that team.
There's Swamp Thing. We just did a whole story on the Swamp Thing. If you haven't watched it, check it out. Really, really interesting about his first appearance. And Brian's doing a whole series on the Swamp Thing coming up.
I am trying.
Justice League Odyssey number 1. If you're not paying attention, that's 3 Justice League number 1. This is the variant cover. I have the regular cover. Good series. Teen Titans number 19. I bought it because it's a flash cover. Why not? It's in the dollar bin. I went really hard in the dollar bins this time. I bought a bunch of Titans. New Titans 62. I think I'm going to try to finish this entire run.
Obviously from either 1989 or 1990. You know how I know?
How? 1990. January 1990.
Look at the back.
Almost perfect.
The image you could not escape.
One of our favorite movies.
Yes.
Check out our full video on this when we recently got to watch it in the movie theaters again.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to finish it on. I think I'm going to start really looking for number 1. I need number 1.
Oh yeah, on video cassette it says so. Yeah.
So I'm going to look for number 1. That was.
Did you buy it on VHS? Batman?
Yeah. 62, 65,
Ford Valley,
66, 67. That's what I needed to do. I needed to start collecting another series.
That's exactly what you needed in your life. Yeah. Ooh, Navy SEALs.
Joker cover.
Oh yeah, and I'm just looking at the movie advertisement.
Brian looks at the back.
Navy SEALs.
When I show you the front, Brian's looking at the back. 69.
69, dudes! You will. Sorry.
73. This is key number 2. It's the first appearance of the Phantasm and the first appearance of Panther.
Is that the same Phantasm that was in the Batman stories?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But I haven't read it yet.
It's one of the best animated movies ever made, by the way. Mask of the Phantasm.
Yeah.
Doesn't get nearly enough credit.
Really not.
Yeah.
Number 17. This is key number 3. It's the first Francis Kane. This is a duplicate. This is going in the pile of Gimme Dem Comics.
Ooh.
That's 2 big books in there. Number 18. Also going in the Gimme Dem Comic giveaway.
Nice.
Adventures of Superman 550.
Ooh, I love it.
Who can resist one of those covers?
I am a sucker for novelty covers. I really am.
Especially for the doll. I can't resist them. There's not a nice throwback to a simpler time.
Yeah. It's so funny. I know that I'm being so manipulated when I see those covers, but I don't care. I just like it. Just ooh, shiny.
It manipulated me then, and it's still to this day manipulates. Still makes me go. I want that.
I'm like a bird making.
I don't collect the Adventures of Superman.
No, I'm like a bird making a nest. I'm like, oh, shiny, it's going in.
Oh, seriously, I don't buy this comic, and I was like, ooh, it's shiny. Let me buy it. World's Finest number 309. This one I do collect. Trying to finish it. some really interesting stories in there.
The World's Finest is a great series. Yeah.
Black Hammer Justice League number 3. Bought it because it's a Flash cover.
Oh, Black Hammer is a great series.
Yeah, they crossed over. I have this series somewhere. I didn't think I had this one.
It's really good. Weird as hell.
Justice League Unlimited number 26.
I had no idea you like Justice League Unlimited, by the way.
I know you couldn't with the way the basement looks. These are really hard to find.
You all there should see the stacks and stacks of Justice League Unlimited figures.
I'm only missing 4 figures.
It's incredible.
But the series, the comic series, is really hard to find. No one ever has it at.
Maybe it didn't sell well.
It probably didn't.
Yeah.
But it went a lot of issues though. And
it's like those Star comics that we were talking about.
Yeah, I knock these out once in a while. Justice number 1. It's one of Alex Ross's first big DC runs. Really well done. It's actually I could tell a great story about this. The artist.
He did the interior art, which is unusual for him nowadays because he usually just does covers now.
Jim Kruger wrote the original script. So at the time this came out,
you have the Shazam. Yeah,
at the Shazam. At the time this came out, Jim Kruger was living in Manhattan. I was working in Manhattan, so I reached out to him and said how much I liked the comic, and he was like, "Oh, come stop by my house." So one afternoon at lunchtime when I was working in the city, I walked over to his house. I went up to his house, and he showed me all the stuff, signed a bunch of my comic books, and that was it. And I was like, "This is pretty cool."
That's so nice of him.
It was awesome. Yeah. My first real personal experiences with a creator. It was really good. That was a long time ago. When did this come out? 2005. So that's a long time ago.
That doesn't feel like it should be a long time ago, but it is.
It's almost 20 years ago.
20 years.
Plastic Man number 1 is from the 4-issue limited series.
Nice.
Subscribe. You don't miss out. We have a whole episode coming up on Plastic Man. Which goes into some interesting facts about him. Plastic Man number 1 again.
What is that series?
One. It was more of a goof series.
It looks like a Ren and Stimpy advertisement. That's great.
I went with the whole run of Justice League Incarnations, like almost the entire run. Number 1.
You got almost the entire run that day?
I had some, yeah. Number 2. Number 3.
I have no idea what that title is, by the way.
Me neither. Number 5. I think I have number 4 already.
Anybody out there, Justice League Incarnations fan, let us know.
Number 6.
This is new to us.
And that was it. So I think there was 6 or 7 issues. I bought all of them. I'm also trying to complete this other Justice League one from the early 2000s.
Oh, I like that series.
Yeah, 66. He's probably did the beginning of it. This is
Kelly and Mank.
This is well into it.
Yeah.
66, 85.
It's a good series.
86. Some great covers. 87. I'm a big Justice League fan, so this is key number 4, 3 or 4. The first appearance of the Furnace. I may have lost count. It may be key number 4. It is. It's key number 4. I'm off by 1, so that's key number 4.
Okay. We won't hold it against you.
All right. I make mistakes sometimes. 88.
Sometimes.
101. This next one, I think the cover is fantastic. 102.
Oh, that is good. Yeah, right up your alley, too.
Yeah. And there's a free Justice League on the back. I actually had that free Justice League comic book somewhere. Maybe in this pile. 104. 106. 108. Bought a lot of Justice League, a lot of Teen Titans. 109. 111. 112.
Sheesh.
That's it for the Justice League. Detective Comics number 600.
I have that.
Me too. So you could have this one. This is going in the Gimme Dem Comics giveaway. What a great comic.
You're always going to get a good time out of a Detective Comics key number.
There you go.
Like 600 or whatever. Yeah,
that could be yours.
A lot of good stories.
Commandy number 18.
Oh, we loving Jack Kirby.
Some Jack Kirby love here. Also going in the Gimme Dem Comics giveaway.
Ooh, you're getting a Jack Kirby.
Justice League America number 1, the District of Columbia variant.
Nice.
Also going in the Gimme Dem Comics.
Wow.
Pile's getting bigger as we speak.
Wow.
New Mutants number 97, some good old Rob Liefeld.
There he is again.
Big, also going in the Gimme Dem Comics giveaway.
Big, bulky, shoulder padded, pocketed carrying a gun the size of a snowmobile.
Power Pack number 32. This is key number 5. It's the first appearance of the Garbage Man.
Garbage Man.
It's the first time they ever cleaned up the Marvel Universe. Not every character's a winner.
The Garbage Man.
Power Pack number 34. Another series I'm trying to finish.
Oh, I just saw a really cool video online about the brief TV show that existed in the 90s.
Cartoon?
The Power Pack? No, live action.
I know nothing about it.
Oh, dude. You got to see it.
Can we do a quick... Is there a... Let's look at the...
Well, you want to show a quick clip if you find...
All right, we can see why that wasn't successful. Let's keep going. Spider-Man 2099, number 7.
Nice.
They are redoing this, right? There's a new series out right now.
Yeah.
X-Men number 281. This is key number 6. It's the first appearance of Trevor Fitzroy. And it's going in the Gimme Dem Comics pile.
Ooh, nice.
A bunch of keys in this. Look at this. It's starting to really stack up. And there's a bunch of keys. Spider-Woman number 1. It's the Brian Michael Bendis one.
Oh, nice.
Nice cover too, right?
Yeah, it's a good cover. Alex Maleev, huh? I like Alex Maleev. He's good.
This was something I've never seen before. It's a advertisement for like a Marvel catalog where they have...
really?
Yeah. It's a bunch of stuff selling. I've never seen one before, and my assumption would be that a lot of these didn't survive.
Hard to find Mighty Marvel merchandise.
Yeah. So I would think a lot of people just tossed these, or they never really got in it. So it's I figured for
it's a cool little artifact. Yeah. That's before there was an internet for us to order things from.
For those of you that are younger,
sometimes you had to have these things called catalogs,
and we ordered from a catalog,
which were like magazines, and magazines were like websites that didn't move.
Yeah.
That's So
Alpha Flight 41. This is key number 7. It's the first appearance of Purple Girl. Remember, keep in mind, all from dollar bins.
Nice.
These are dollar bin keys, which is what I personally love at conventions. Mighty Thor 450. Key number 8. The first appearance of Blood Axe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And the cool thing about this one is the backstory is a reprint of the first appearance of Loki.
Nice.
So,
from Journey into Mystery. Very cool. Yeah.
So you're getting 2 stories in here.
Very cool.
And
very
it's
cool.
Key number 8.
That's nice.
And then I bought some Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four.
Get that number 1
annual
yet?
number 23. No, not yet. And I got it in the last video. Key number 9. It's the first appearance of Ahab.
Nice.
That's John Byrne on it too. If I'm just looking at it. Yeah, it's John Byrne.
Looks like John Byrne.
Marvel's Greatest Comics number 39. These are reprints of old Fantastic Four. This is the Fantastic Four 52, which is the first appearance of Black Panther. It's a reprint. And then there's 52, which should be the first. Hey, who am I? This is Fantastic Four 69.
69, dudes!
We'll let that go. Here was my big purchase of the convention. Fantastic Four number 23. It's a key number 10. It's an early Doctor Doom. Look at that. I mean, listen, is it in the best shape? No, but who gives a crap? It's a 23.
Very nice.
Getting there, Brian.
Getting lower and lower.
Lower and lower every time. 114. This was not in a dollar bin. One guy had 3 for $10.
Nice.
That was one of them. I think this is one of them. 152. 161. 195. 287. It's a John Byrne cover.
Yeah, it's a good one.
This is also going into the Gimme Dem Comics
I like
giveaway.
that cover.
That goes to you if you.
Can I enter this contest?
You cannot. You cannot be. I guess you could.
No, you can't be.
Under a full.
You can't be an employee.
You can't be an employee of
Collector's Confessions to win.
Fantastic Four Index number 4. I like these. It goes over each of the stories and their wraparound covers.
I like that.
Something I really like.
Cool.
I think I need 2 or 3 more of them.
Some great characters there too.
New Avengers number 1. Actually, no, it's New Avengers number 16. It's Marvel Now number 1. This is going in the pile. This can also be yours.
I think I have that too. That has the Illuminati, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this can be yours too. Going in the pile.
I definitely have that.
X Factor 70.
I definitely have that one. Yeah.
This could be yours. Going in the pile.
Nice.
Gimme Dem Comics. And finally,
It's great.
Shadowhawk number 1. Image Comics.
Yep. Very
also
cool.
going in the pile for
Very
Gimme
cool.
Dem Comics
And it's a
giveaway.
shiny cover.
Here are the comics for the giveaway.
Awesome.
These could all be yours.
Awesome.
Since we're done with our haul, which was a good one, we really loved the one-day comic expo.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, New Jersey Comic Shop, for putting on a great show, getting a lot of people from the community involved. Absolutely fantastic. We'll be back next year. Let's do the winner from our last Gimme Them Comics giveaway. We'll spin the wheel.
Which you've already established. Can't be me.
Can't be you. Congratulations, Jason Firestone. You are the winner of our last Gimme Them Comics giveaway.
Hell of a name, too, Jason.
I know. Great,
Jason
great
Firestone.
Jason, all we ask is that when you send us an email with your address, and then when you receive these, just send us a picture so we can show it on an upcoming episode. Mm-hmm. Now, all of you are wondering, how do I enter this one? It's fairly simple. You can't be Brian, one. Number two, you have to be a subscriber to Collector's Confessions.
That's this channel.
That's this channel. So subscribe right and hit the subscribe button. And finally, you just have to comment on this video. You can comment, Gimme Them Comics. You can comment about how much you love this one. You can comment about how cool this beard looks. Whatever you want to comment on. Why Brian always wears a hat. Whatever you want. So that's it.
It's because of that injury I had.
I know. The traumatic brain injury. Yeah. It's called hair loss. Thanks for watching. Love what you collect.
Collect what you love.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.